So, I know you guys know recently I bought the Ju1ce box, which is the handheld press to create rosin, which is solventless oil. So, um, I think this is the greatest investment. I've had a bigger press before, and I've done the whole little hair iron thing. Um, But this, for 160 bucks, and for the yields that I actually get from this, you can't beat it. I just pressed some GMO cookies, and let me tell you, I did 1 gram of it, 1 gram, and my yield on it was 40%. I got zero point 0.4 back from it in rosin. I couldn't believe it. So this is why I'm doing this video, because I'm just going to show you how good it is. But I've done it with other strains like East Coast Sour Diesel. I've done it with Kush 4. Kush 4 presses pretty good with it. Not that's second best. I would say GMO is number one so far that I've pressed. Kush 4. And then after that, I would probably have to say Bubblegum is third in line. That press is pretty good. So I'm just going to give you a little show on what we're going to do. Hopefully, if you do have the Ju1ce box, hopefully you have a flower press. Flower presses are the best, also known as a hash press, I guess. But for this purposes, what we're going to be using is to basically press our flour so it doesn't get all into the rosin. That's what I don't want it to do. That's why I like to press it, so that way it doesn't spread apart, and it's just easier to press. All right, so that's 1 gram, 1 gram of flour right here. Okay, we're gonna put that right in here. And yes, if you're wondering, I am medicated, obviously, hence the cotton mouth right now. But I needed it. My back was killing me. So we're gonna press it. I don't like to press it too much, because then you get a darker rosin with, I feel like, more of the plant color material in there. So if you press it just the right amount, just to get it nice and tight, and then we're gonna take off the bottom cap. What we do is it's gonna come out like so. There's the bottom part of the press, probably gonna fall about out, hopefully, or if not, because it's so fucking sticky, it's the metal sticking to there pretty good. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so that's the pressed bud. Take that. I will use a new piece of parchment paper for this one. Take your parchment paper, fold it in half. Take your flour. I place it right in the back towards the middle. You see it in there, just like that. Now we're going to take this press, and I'm going to measure it first. I like to make sure it gets right in the middle. And then I press as I play with the hands over here. Alright, you might hear that sizzling. Give me a sec. I'm going to press this pretty good. Alright. Let's show you. Look at all that rosin coming right out the side already. Look at that. Already, and I've only been pressing for like 5-10 seconds now. It's crazy. Look at that. That is just beautiful. That's medicine right there. Look at that. All right, let me press it a little more. And I know it says to press it for like 60 to 90 seconds. I personally, I just do it real quick, and when I stop seeing it sizzling and it's not pushing out any more rosin, I just stop it there, and I feel like it gives off a better color too anyway, if you don't cook it for too long on this. But I think it's almost coming to an end. Look at that. All right. Now you pop it open, this little lever. So I know some people were asking about how to actually use it and how easy it is on your hands. It's not that bad. You squeeze it as hard as you can, but what I do is I stand and I push down on it and I squeeze the handle at the same time, so that way I get more pressure on it. Now what I'll do is I'll hold this down and I'm going to pop the mechanism, so this way I notice that by holding this down it doesn't let this paper just fly out and then you get your flour and your rosin, which you don't want obviously. So we're going to hold it, boom, pops out of place. Okay, let it come out. Give me a moment. I'm going to pull this. Oh man, that looks just fucking beautiful. Excuse the language. Wow, that's the pressed weed. I started with 1 gram. I'm gonna see how much. Look at that. It's a 0.6. Jeez. All right. Sorry for the mess over here. I know it's a little messy. It's my little rosin making table slash office. So yeah, so it's a 0.6. So we yielded 0.4 on this paper, and it's thick on there. It's not like it's tiny at all. This is definitely 0.4 of medicine. It's just crazy. It's a 40% yield on GMO. 40%. That's unbelievable. I'm just gonna scrape it up for you guys so you guys can see how fat this is coming out. Oh man. And GMO, unlike the other strains I noticed too when pressing, GMO comes right up beautifully off this paper. It just sticks, and it's, oh man, the consistency and the flavor, the terpene on this still, it's fantastic. I love it. This is by far my favorite. Look at all, here, let me see if I can adjust that. Look at all that rosin. Look at that, huh? There we go. Look at all that. All right, well, this was Rosin Press, the Juice Box 101. So if you were on the verge of thinking about buying it, I would say definitely get it. It is worth the investment.